Okay, hello everyone. Let me get everyone's attention, please. The event that you are here for is about to start. Great to have you here. We'll have multiple comments in just a minute, but at this time, I'm going to ask Dr. Ralph Cooley, our Assistant Dean for Admissions and Student Services, to lead in the students. Dr. Cooley, please lead the procession. Now you can do that music. All right, good morning, class of 2026. You may be seated. Thank you very much. So what does everyone think? Did they look pretty good coming in? Oh, yeah. First order of business, I'm going to ask everyone to please silence your phones, turn your phones off, whatever the case needs to be, please silence your phones. If you're expecting that call from your broker, your bookie, something like that, that's just going to have to wait a couple of hours. Let's just wait on that, please. All right. There's not a lot of light up here. For those of you who don't know, my name is Dr. Robert Spears. I'm the Associate Dean for Student and Academic Affairs here at the UTHealth Houston School of Dentistry. It's my pleasure to have you here, welcome you here for one of our favorite events. This is a moment in time, moment in the students' careers where it's a progression. They came in during orientation, we introduced them to the profession, and at this point, they're all getting ready to matriculate into the clinic and start becoming clinicians. It's a scary thing for some, but it's a fun thing. It's great to see that progression and how they grow as they go along. The white coat represents multiple things. We're going to talk about the white coat as we go along further into today's session, but I realize that for you, you're not, or at least I'm not the reason why you are here, is to see your student and progress. So I'm going to continue on with the program and ask our Dean, Dr. John Valenza, a 1981 UTSD alum and the first alum to be Dean of this school, to come up and address the audience. Dr. Valenza.
All right, good morning, everybody. So on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of the School of Dentistry, it's my sincere pleasure to welcome everyone here, present in person or online, to our annual White Coat Ceremony. Special thanks to the sponsors of today's events that are noted on the back of your program: the UTSD PACE Center, the UTSD Alumni Association, the Houston Academy of General Dentistry, and the Texas section of the American College of Dentists. And also, thanks to the class of 2026 for leading us to this point of holding our first white coat ceremony away from the dental school building. So it's cool to be here today in a venue that allows everyone that wants to attend to be able to fit all in one room. I'd also like to acknowledge some special guests who are with us today. And as I call your name, if you'd please stand and remain standing as I call the names. And audience, if you would please hold your applause until the end. Our keynote speaker, Dr. Roger Macias, who will be formally introduced in just a moment. Roger, you're supposed to stand. There you go. From the UTSD Alumni Association, President Dr. Elizabeth Hunsaker, UTSD class of 1985. From the practice consulting component of the PACE Center, Dr. Kenneth Horowitz, UTSD class of 1961, and longtime speaker at this event, and now our featured speaker at orientation as we welcome incoming students. And finally, I'd like to recognize all dentists, dental hygienists, and other dental professionals in the audience who are with us today, whether you're faculty, friends, or family. If you would also all stand, please. Great. Thank you all for being here and your support of our school. So, why are we here today? Why do we and other healthcare professions conduct a white coat ceremony? If you were to ask a patient or someone on the street to indicate what symbols of the health profession stand out to them, they would probably mention coats, scrubs, or uniforms of some nature. The white coat is certainly one of the most recognizable. Our coats carry a message to patients that here is a healthcare professional who is going to help me. It implies someone who possesses great skill or experience, has high standards, and believes in professional behavior, will put the needs of others before their own, and is committed to lifelong teaching, learning, and service. Historically, the white coat is an outcome of an initiative started by two physicians who wanted to influence standards of professionalism, humanistic values, and behavior of medical students while they were in school. And in 1993, they established a process for the ceremony that we and so many other schools of health professions follow today. For us, today marks our 25th white coat ceremony. Very impressive. So let me say to you, class of 2026, I see you way over there, that donning your white coats today is more than a symbol. It's a pledge. It's a commitment. It's a responsibility to serve humanity and to be professional at all times, in all places, in real life, online, and otherwise. I know that as you formally begin this clinical phase of your education, you will place your patients first, you'll work together, you'll celebrate your diversity, you'll be involved, and you'll stay current. And hopefully that you will always strive for what we here at UTSD hold so close, and that is the vision we have for ourselves and our patients. And you all know our vision statement: improving oral health, improving overall health. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Dr. C. Roger Macias. A native of San Antonio, Texas, Dr. Macias completed his dental education at the other UT, the UTHealth San Antonio School of Dentistry, in 1983. While establishing his private practice, he also served as an assistant professor on the faculty of the dental school. A great love of sports drove Dr. Macias to become involved with sports dentistry, having served as team dentist for the San Antonio Spurs. He's also dentist for the San Antonio Rampage? Okay, the WNBA San Antonio Silver Stars, the San Antonio Missions Baseball Club, as well as numerous universities and high schools in the South Texas area. In his practice, Dr. Macias offers comprehensive aesthetic and restorative dentistry. He has a great interest in the treatment of temporomandibular joint disorders and sleep apnea, is active in numerous dental study clubs, and is currently faculty professor at the world-renowned Pankey Institute. Among Dr. Macias's many accolades and awards, he is a fellow of the American and International Colleges of Dentistry, as well as the Pierre Fauchard Academy. In September 2020, Dr. Macias received the prestigious Texas Dentist of the Year Award given by the Texas Academy of General Dentistry. And in October 2020, he received the inaugural Distinguished Alumnus Award from his dental school alma mater. Dr. Macias was ordained as a deacon in the Catholic Church and is assigned as a deacon to the San Fernando Cathedral. Married for over 36 years to his wife, Esther, they have a daughter, Devin, who is a fetal medicine physician, and her husband, Weston, a surgical oncologist. And they have a son, Trey, who, along with his wife, Samantha, are professional musicians. We are so pleased that he is with us today. Please join me in welcoming our friend and colleague, Dr. Roger Macias.
Good morning. What Dr. Valenza didn't say is that he is the one that passed the gavel to me on two things: Texas Dentist of the Year and editor of the Texas section of the American College of Dentists. I am grateful for the Texas Dentist of the Year. I still haven't figured out about the American College of Dentists yet. So, well, thank you all, and I'm so excited to be here myself. I drove in yesterday, and I had to tell you, I thought that storm was going to get me, but it actually was. I was able to get through very, very easily, and I appreciate it. I saw Sam here in front, who actually heard me in one of my one other talk I gave, and I have to start it off. As Dr. Valenza said, I'm a Catholic deacon, and a really good priest friend of mine, Father McKenna, he told me one time that he was preaching. And as he was preaching, he was going on and on and on about his preaching, and a baby started crying. And so the baby kept crying, and finally the mom got up with the baby and started walking out the aisle. And Father McKenna says, "Don't worry about it, ma'am, that baby's not bothering me." And she says, "No, but you're bothering the baby." So I hope I don't bother you today. How about that? Dr. Valenza, Dr. Spears, Dr. Cooley, all my dear friends. I have some friends here, Dr. Boyle, Dr. Colville, Ron, Jerry, people that I have gotten to meet over the years. It's what a pleasure it is to be with you all here today. When Dr. Valenza had asked me to come speak, he says, "I want you to come speak to the white coat ceremony at our school." And I was like, "John, you know that I went to San Antonio, right?" And he goes, "Yes, I know that." And I was like, what is this going to be? And then he said, "For the American College of Dentists." I said, "Okay, now I got it all under control." So, and to speak to you who are going to receive your white coats. So I don't usually put my elbow on a podium, but I have to turn this way because I'm going to address this to you as well. But welcome everybody here, parents, moms and dads, and friends and family to be here today with all of us. As Dr. Valenza said, the white coat means something. And to me, it was purity of heart, purity of heart, because that's where you have caring and trust. And that's something that you must remember. And you receive that from each of your patients. Back in the dark ages, or better known when I was in dental school, there were no ceremonies like this. In fact, I told Dr. Valenza that I wore a blue coat. But I'm excited that this ceremony for a white coat exists. My daughter, when she was in medical school, we got to go see her white coat ceremony, and she had like 237 people get in their white coats that day. So it was a long process that day, not as much today, so this is good. But I'm so excited because of something called the white coat syndrome. You've heard of that, right? I'm privy to that. My blood pressure normally runs about 117/70, but when I even sit in the dental chair, my team will tell me, "Gosh, doc, you're at about 160/95. What's the deal?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't feel it, but I'm pretty much feeling that white coat syndrome." But if there is to be a white coat syndrome, then it needs to be something that we do here today to appreciate why we have that white coat. So if it is a syndrome, it's to be appreciated and thought about as the entrance into our profession that I have loved for almost 41 years. I know you're thinking, "Man, you must have started when you were 6 years old." I was a prodigy, enough said. But seriously, I'm a member of this amazing profession that we call dentistry. And it's given me so much joy in my entire 41 years. And my joy is based on 3 words that are synonymous with professionalism, caring, and trust. And they are ethics, hard work, and gratitude. The famous poet Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel." And I hope what I say to you today makes you feel proud to be members in the profession of dentistry. And this is accomplished through 3 things: ethics, gratitude, and hard work. Ethics, gratitude, and hard work, like I said. Ethics is the mantra of what we in the American College of Dentists espouse. And many of you, if you're a member of the American College of Dentists, raise your hand here. We've got several from Houston. Houston has a great chapter here. Ethics is the moral principle that governs your behavior when conducting an activity. Your moral behavior when you conduct any activity. To be more precise, it's how you behave when someone is observing you. But most importantly, it's how you behave when no one is observing you. I remember back in the day, hey, I'm going to go to Costco. I need toilet paper for the office. You know, I could slip a couple of packages in there from my house. But no, that's separating it. That's ethics. When no, it's the little angel on your shoulder telling you, don't do that, don't do that. But that has to come from, as I have a good friend of mine in Boston, from the heart. It's got to be from the heart, you know, right up in here. Ethics forms the bedrock. It forms the bedrock of our actions, defining the principles that guide and conduct all of the interactions that we have on a day-to-day basis. It's the compass that steers you, and with fairness, integrity, and honesty, right? You all have a compass on your Apple Watch. If you have an Apple Watch, you have a compass. That compass is nothing compared to what ethics gives you to guide you. You will encounter or have already encountered many situations here in dental school that are ethical dilemmas. You have to remember that people are going to trust you. They will put you on a pedestal. And you must remember to always be humble and ethical. The second is hard work. You, now in your second year of studies, are examples of what hard work is. Having been in your shoes, although much older shoes, I know what it takes to study. Did I say study? Study. And then test. I'll tell you a funny story. I had an orthodontic examination, and the professor was a stickler about you being in the chair when it came to. I was living at home at the time. It was 15 minutes to 8. My dad walks in. He goes, "What time's your test today, son?" I said, 8 o'clock. He goes, "You're still in bed." Whoa, I jumped out of bed, threw a piece of chewing gum in my mouth, threw whatever I had on to go. I went, ran, drove as fast as I could legally, got to the parking lot, D parking lot. As you remember, D parking lot was back on the boonies. I ran as fast as I could. Macias, I'm in the middle, right? I ran up, I saw my chair, I saw the professor. It was like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm running, and I'm sitting there, and I dive into my chair, and he goes, "Good morning, Mr. Macias," and kept on going, because if you didn't get your test from him, you failed. And so I know what it is to study, to test, and sometimes fail. I know what that's like. It's not a good feeling, but eventually you will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed, but it takes hard work. It takes dedication, commitment, and the will to improve and to persevere. There's a difference between, and I heard it said here about commitment and involvement, right? It's like a bacon and egg breakfast. Commitment and involvement. The chicken was involved, but the pig was committed, okay? Hard work, it's the catalyst that turns dreams into reality, ambitions to achievement. And through a little perspiration, aspirations into inspirations. I can remember another time when I was in dental school. I woke up in the morning. We had to be in the lab early. It was during gross anatomy, so we got there early to do some prosections. I remember driving to the dental school. It was dark. I remember going to the lab. I remember going to class all day. I remember leaving class, going to eat something in they had like a little commissary there, and then going to the library and study. And then I left a little bit before midnight. And as I was driving home to my parents' house, I realized I never saw daylight that day. It's a very humbling experience. Hard work can feel fruitless, can feel lonely, and can feel frustrating. And these are tough feelings. I recommend, if you haven't already, seek out a companion, a friend, a group, faculty as well, to help you along the way. Because when they help you, you help them. The third is gratitude. Gratitude is the profound acknowledgement of the kindness and support extended to us. Gratitude is extended to us, as well as we can extend it to others. It stands as a light, a beacon, illuminating our path. It fosters humility. You have to be humble. It reminds us of the countless hands that have supported us all along the way to where you are today. Be it family, friends, mentors, dads, moms, cousins, unsung heroes that we encounter in our daily life. You have and will continue to have and encounter many new faces and friends. As I can see, I see so many of my friends here from over the years to becoming a dentist. I know one of my friends, Ray Colmia, he and I were on the Young Dentist Committee. Okay, don't laugh. I was on the Young Dentist Committee at one time. He is now executive director of the American Dental Association. You will have those encounters with people to support you along the way. Your closest friends will be the ones you hang out with here in dental school. And in fact, I had dinner last night with one of my classmates, Dr. Tom Servos, who's one of your faculty, along with Dr. Spears and Dr. Valenza and Dr. Cooley. But Tommy and I were great friends in dental school. One of the giants that Dr. Valenza alluded to, Dr. Pankey, he once said, "I never saw a tooth walk into my office. It was always attached to a human being." Remember that these human beings are going to trust each and every one of you. They're going to put your hands into the trust in their mouths. It's humbling. Even when you give your first anesthetic injection. I remember he's passed away, Mr. Jesus Cervantes. I gave my first inferior alveolar block on him. My hand was a little trembling as I went in, and he goes, "Ho, ho, ho, how many times have you done this?" I said, "Oh, I've done this many times." I went to confession on that one. Please, 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 as you continue in your dental school education, don't forget the people at home that you don't get to see often or that live far away. Continue to call your wife, your husband, your spouse, your partner, your friends, your priest, your minister, those that cared for you along this journey to today, to this very moment. I call these people your parachute packers. Parachute packers. Now, what does that mean? I read a book. I love this book. It's by a Navy captain by the name of Charlie Plumb. I don't know if any of you have heard of him. He was 5 days away from getting out of the Navy. And one of his buddies was supposed to make one final flight and got sick. And he said, "No problem, going over non-hostile territory. I'll take your sortie." So he took it, 5 days away from getting out of the Navy. He was shot down that day and spent the next 2,013 days in captivity in an 8x8 cell. He was tortured, he was starved, he was berated, he was bullied daily until he was finally released 2,013 days later. So now he's sitting at dinner in California, and this guy walks up to him and goes, "Hey, are you Plum?" He goes, "Excuse me?" "Charlie Plum, Captain Plum, correct?" He goes, "Yeah." How do you know me?" He goes, "Oh, I was on the USS Kitty Hawk. I was in charge of packing your parachute. I guess it worked." And he goes, "You packed my parachute?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Me and several other people, but I remember packing your parachute on that last day, folding all the little folds, making sure that everything was good, tucking it in there. Glad it worked." Charlie was like, "I'm glad it worked. 2,013 days in prison, but I'm glad I am here to thank you." He says, "You know, I wouldn't have recognized this guy in the bowels of the USS Kitty Hawk. I probably passed him being aloof, that I was a captain and he was probably a seaman first class." He goes, "I would have never given him a thought of day. I would have never even thought to thank him. But he packed my parachute." And so after reading that book and reflecting on what that meant, I started thinking to myself, of all the parachute packers in my life, be it friends, family, whoever, who pack your physical parachute, your spiritual parachute, your emotional parachute. That's what it meant to Charlie. That's what it means to me. Charlie Plum lived some difficult challenges on his 2013 days in both the physical, or in all the physical, emotional, and spiritual realm. It's the gratitude. It's the gratitude that we encounter daily that will not keep us from becoming drill 'em, fill 'em, bill 'em dentists. You don't want to be a drill 'em, fill 'em, bill 'em dentist. You want to be a dentist that makes a difference in their life, to improve, as Dr. Valenza said, to improve our profession. Let's strive for success, but just not in our endeavors, but also in the profound impact that we leave in everybody's life by becoming a dentist. So, embrace ethics as your guiding principle. Embrace hard work as the vehicle to achieve your aspirations and uplifting everyone else around you. And embrace gratitude as your constant companion. So I leave you, class of 2026, that's so hard to say. I leave you with two questions. Who packs your parachute? Think about it. Not right now, but think about it tonight. Who packs your parachute? And then I'm going to leave for everybody else here, whose parachute do you pack? Class of 2026, welcome to the greatest profession in the world. Congratulations.
So we have a gift for Dr. Macias from the School of Dentistry. Dr. Macias, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this. All right. Wasn't that a great start to this? Can't think of a better speaker to have come in and spoken for us. So I want to take just a couple minutes before we move on with the program to recognize some individuals. I think you know that you can't have an event such as this without the hard work of so many different people. I get the really good job of coming up and being kind of master of ceremonies, but this would not have taken place without the hard work and efforts of so many others. So first I want to recognize the staff of the Office of Student and Academic Affairs. You've seen many of the ladies in the greenish shirts walking around and guiding you, taking your tickets and things of that nature. So please, on your way out, if you see any of our office staff, tell them thank you. Tell them what a great job they did in putting this together. Secondly, we had multiple of our dental students. There are people who are members of our student council. So multiple students gave up a Saturday to be up here to make this the event that it was. So student council officers, our student organization officers, thank you so much for being here and making this happen. Our PACE Center was greatly involved in this event, as they always are for things that happen at the School of Dentistry, particularly Ms. Tricia Fullerton, who organized the white coats, the coders. This event wouldn't take place without the efforts of the PACE Center, our alumni organization. Thank you so much for all that to all of you. Lastly, I want to recognize one really important group that's here as well, and that's all of you as family, friends, significant others, whatever you might be. So, you may not get a chance to do this, but please, if you're here to support one of our students, stand up and let us applaud you. Oh, come on, people, stand up. Stand up. I mean that in all sincerity. This would not happen without you. I don't think you realize how much Our students rely upon you, depend upon you. For Dr. Macias, many of you are probably that parachute packer. So thank you. You've put each of these individuals into our trust, into our care, and I hope we've done the appropriate job in getting them to where they are today. Okay, next up, I want to introduce Dr. Ashley Marks, Dr. Sam Isthana to come up. They are here representing the Greater Houston Academy of General Dentistry, and they're here to give a few words of encouragement. Come on up. Leave my phone if you need a light.
So a little early word of advice. If anybody ever offers anyone in this room the opportunity to speak right after Dr. Macias, say no. Just say no. He's a tough act to follow. You have to insist on going before. So my name is Sam Asthana. This is my friend and colleague, Dr. Ashley Marks. We're here with the Houston Academy of General Dentistry. Thank you for sharing your special day with us. We're happy to be here. It's like a big day for all of you, so to have even a couple of minutes is quite a privilege. I have just a few quick words of encouragement, like they said, 2 for all of the students and 1 for all the friends and family who are here today. So I'm going to start with you guys, friends and family. You know, Dr. Macias kind of referenced this, but it's the students here are about halfway through the 2nd year of dental school, right? And it is a grim thing to be able to put a day and a time to the rock bottom of your life. And I won't speak for all of you guys, but for me, I would say something like December 6th of my 2nd year of dental school at like 7 p.m. Like absolutely the absolute rock bottom of my life without a doubt. So, you know, you gotta look in the eyes when you can pinpoint that. So my word of encouragement to the friends and family who are here today, if you're here to support one of these students who's getting their white coat today, take them somewhere nice for lunch. Maybe buy them like a Starbucks gift card at some point. If they're a little slow to reply to your text messages, give them a little grace, because they're doing their best. I promise, they are really trying their best. And I mean no offense to anybody by saying this, but I think sometimes, only if you've been through it, do you know what it feels like. You know what it looks like, but that's the only time you really know what it feels like to be just doing your best and still thinking, is my best enough? And to you guys, I say it will be enough. Keep at it. You're almost there. But that brings me to the next piece of encouragement for y'all, and this is kind of both good news and bad news. When I was in dental school, every day of dental school was like a countdown to the end of dental school, right? I would be like, okay, I am 37/70ths done with my DDS. And the good news and the bad news is, and I started to realize this as school began to end, is even though you finish, you get your doctorate, and school is done, school and learning for a dentist really never finishes. And the phrase you guys have heard a million times is lifelong learning. The Academy of General Dentistry has 3 pillars. It's membership, advocacy, and education. And all are important. Education is the one on which we spend a lot of time focusing on. The career of dentistry has so much to offer for all of us, but you guys have worked so hard to get to where you are right now, not just in the last year and a half, but your whole life leading up to that point. That grit and that hard work and the part of yourself that doesn't want to just settle for being good enough, but wants to be the real best version of yourself that you can be, that is what you can continue to rely on to become not just some dentist, but the best dentist you can be. And the constant investment of time and effort and resources into training yourself, into learning new things, is going to continue to yield fruit for you throughout your career. And I feel very fortunate to get to be around dentists who are not just 2 or 3 years out of school, but 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years out of school, who still show up to learn new things with a notepad. They want to learn new technologies. They want to learn better ways of doing the same things they've been doing, or new skills. That's how you stay excited about what you do. That's how you stay away from the big word that we talk about, burnout, with a capital B. That's what gets you going home every day, grateful to be a dentist, and grateful to be able to do what you do and to be appreciated for it. And the final thing that I would say to you guys, which is something I wish I had heard more of in school, and try to always say anytime I get to be with a dental student, is it's so worth it. Everything you're doing right now is absolutely going to be worth it. When you finish dental school, Yes, life continues to have its challenges, and dentists definitely face them, but it is a really special profession that every day I do feel grateful to be able to be a dentist. You get to have fun at work, you get to work with your hands, you get to see people who you get along with and people who are totally different from you all show up to your office and, like Dr. Macias said, really put their trust in you, put themselves at your hands just because they have a problem they need fixing and they have chosen you to fix it. And when you do it, they're appreciative for it, they thank you. Your team that you'll work with at work will enjoy working with you. You will go home every day knowing that you made a difference for somebody's life. You'll have the constant opportunity to change and grow as a person. You'll be able to have a good life. You'll be able to take care of your family at home. And it really, there are great things waiting ahead for you. So keep that in your mind's eye when you have those December 6th, 2017, 7 p.m. kind of days. You're going to get there, and you're going to look back and be so glad you went through everything that you're going through. So thank you for having us, and welcome to the profession.
All right, thank you so much. All right, it is now time for us to begin the coding process, what you were here for. So, time for everybody to get excited. So, the white coat elicits the high expectations patients have of the doctor-patient relationship. The ceremony is intended to impress upon you the importance of the doctor-patient relationship. As you accept the coat, this mantle of the profession, you also accept the obligations inherent in the practice of dentistry. To pursue the excellence in patient management and care, to be compassionate, and to maintain the honor, ethics, and dignity of the profession. I'm now going to direct our first set of coders to the stage. So would Drs. Fry and Asthana please come to the stage? Class of 2026, please come forward. And please, as your student comes across the stage, make some noise. Let them know you're here, okay? As we progress through the ceremony, one thing you're going to see is dentistry is very much a family profession at times, and there are multiple people here in the audience who will be coming up to coat their specific person that they're here for. So you'll see that as we go along. All right. First up, Ava Abbasi. Oh, let me hang it. Thank you. Hanan Abdel Galil. Alexis Ann Adams. Miranda Leanne Albee. Skylar Brooke Baden. Noah Masters Blackwell. Bailey Elizabeth Boyle. Bailey will be coded by her father, Dr. Joseph Boyle. Rosha Chidaluru. Elizabeth Chong.
Congrats.
Suchi Chowdhury. Aaron Kai Chung. Chloe Dane Colville. Chloe will be coded by her father, Dr. Clark Colville. Sydney Elise Creeth. Herwa Saitatiri. Celeste Angelique Del Pilar. Carly Marquette Dirkman. Congrats. Allison Doan. Allison will be coded by her mother, Dr. Kim Lone Nguyen, and her father, Dr. Anthony Doan. Brandon Dominguez. Our next coders will be Doctors Collins and Lazar. Filling in? Okay. So I'm going to say next coders will be Dr. Collins and Dr. Marks. Brooke Ellis. Jay Fong. You know, we're going to have to start having like a height requirement on our coders, I think. Julian Antonio Fernandez. Dominic Luigi Fierro. Franklin Flores. Which mom? Oh, for her, yes, we got it. Okay. There'll be one coming before you. Yeah. There'll be somebody before her. Mr. Franklin. So, Mariana Isabel Garcia. Irene Grace Grice. Irene will be coded by her brother, Dr. Anthony Grice. Is Ada Guerra here? There should be something for Guerra. Alejandra Guerra. Where? Alejandra, is your mom? It's okay. Nicole Emma Harari. Nicole will be coded by her aunt, Inessa Kiesluke. Bridget Kathleen Hibbler. I guarantee you, we could have great volleyball teams, basketball teams. It's amazing. Yeah, it's part of the recruitment process. Thung Kin Ho. Catherine Elaine Hunter. Ni Bao Wen. Trixie Flake Intal. Cameron Berkeley Jackson. Alhaji Jallo. I wasn't sure if he had any supporters in the audience. I guess I was found out. Congrats. Cade Jensen. Sanjana John. Sanjana will be coded by her aunt, Dr. Sheena Thomas. Our next coders will be Doctors Long and Hunsaker. Darby Lorraine Johnson. Mayan Aref Callow. Amanda Caton. Ethan William Katz. Alan Keshavars. Now, Rowan Lath. Rowan will be coded by her brother, Dr. Lath. Beatrice Lee. Umar Malik. Cammie Copeland McFarland. Cammie will be coded by her mother, Dr. Brenda McFarland.
Congrats.
Zachary Tyler Montz. Zach will be coded by his father, Dr. David Montz. Brendan David Moxley. Brendan will be coded by his father, Dr. Jeff Moxley. Grace. Do you think the deans would perhaps bring people from both sides? I'm just telling you, just people. Tala Ahmad Nassar. Just so that y'all will know, Tala is getting the award for the best pair of shoes to cross the stage. Brenda Victoria Navarro. Congrats. Elena Nemirovsky. On Win. Annie Bao Win. Congrats, Annie. Lynn Win. Our next coders will be Drs. Horowitz and Pearson. Thank you, thank you. hopefully you've noticed coming across the stage, we have some that are very professional posers for those photographs. Oh, yes. You can tell the true professionals. And in case you thought we were done with the wins, oh no, we are not. Mike Wynn. Perfect. Congrats. Me, Ewan T. Wynn. T. Wynn. Tiffany Nakcho Wynn. Congrats. Alex Nunn. Alex will be coated by his father, Dr. Christian Nunn, and his uncle, Dr. Clay Nunn. Christian Eduardo Ochoa. Christian will be coated by his mother, Dr. Carolina Villarroel. Ogunasue Rebecca Obavire. Yes, you were all waiting to see if I would say that one right or not. Rolls off the tongue. Caitlin Michelle O. Cole Pace. Ujjwal Patel. Neha Perimala. I think that was an excellent display of anatomical position there. They'll understand.
Congrats.
Hao Pham. Hao will be coded by her sister, Dr. Khan Pham. Matthew Pham. Spencer Kwok-Thai Pham. Spencer will be coded by his sister, Dr. Alexandra Pham, and his brother, Dr. Nicholas Pham.
Congrats.
Alex Richard Pistorius.
Congrats.
Trevor Austin Plehall. Grayson William Prevette. Grayson will be coded by his father, Dr. William Prevette. Carolina Isabella Igarabide. Just so you can head this way, our next coders will be Doctors Price and Salvo.
Congrats, Carolina.
Y'all ready for this? Besma Rassam. Yeah. Besma will be coated by her father, Dr. Karam Rassam, and her cousins, Dr. Rasha and Rana Shamas. I told y'all at the start, dentistry is a family profession. Congrats. Rithika Ravishankar. No. That's okay. Good. Emily Nicole Ray. Sarah Elizabeth Roach. Tiffany Saba. Andrew Simon. It's all good. Oh, no. Francesca Ileana Scalise. Francesca will be coated by her mother, Dr. Donna Scalise. Yeah, what he said. Aisha Shabir. Catherine Jane Shea. Noor Shanak. Whoa. Congrats. Mina Sheardle. Just for the audience, earlier, Alan Keshavars went through. That is husband and wife here at the school, doing dental school together. Sergio Solis. Do what? Tell them to move on? Stand on the thing? Okay. Mia Isabel Soto. Fong Tan Tang. Zachary Eli Taylor. Coder? Yeah. Alina Maitao To. Alina will be coded by her mother, Dr. Kathleen Mai. Ryan Toe. Ryan will be coded by his uncle, Dr. Kenneth Toe. Dr. Valenza, you and all right. Our next coders will be Drs. Macias and Valenza. Whoa. Dora Torres. Amy Tran. Kathy Kimswin Tran. Tiffany Lan Tran. Austin Truong. Austin will be coded by his mother, Dr. Fong Lei Phuc, and his father, Dr. Hien Truong. Quinn On Truong. Arturo Vallejo.
Should be the last person having to come up.
Yanzel Vanegas. Yanzel is going to be coded by her mother, Dr. Yasmin Vanegas. Sometimes hard to get a word in edgewise.
Congrats.
Alexander Villagomez. Ronan Patrick Watterson. Heather Whitmire. Tarsha Wickramusinga. That's a hard one. Emma Rose Wolf.
Congratulations, Parker.
Nathaniel Richard Worley. Warda Shuaib Wine. Adam Rolando Ibarra. Lauren Youngblood Melbenin. Julia Jingyun Zheng. Do the pledge. She's on the end of it. Oh. One big round of applause for all of our students.
Do you have the pledge with you? Do you have the pledge with you?
That's fine. I've got my flashlight. Yeah, it's all good. Or maybe I do. Okay. All right, at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Elizabeth Hunsaker, former president of our Alumni Association, to come up to the podium to recite the Dentist Pledge. Students, if you will, please rise. Any dentists in the audience, please rise and recite the pledge along with us. You'll find it at the back of your program. Dr. Hunsaker? If that helps. There you go.
It's almost down to here.
Yeah,
Is this the end?
should be. And if you want the light.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
all right.
A warm welcome to everyone here. As said, my name is Liz Hunsaker. I'm a very proud graduate of UTSD, class of '85. Wonderful place. Congrats to class of 2026. At this time, we'll state the Dentist Pledge, recite it along with me. It's located on the back of your bulletin. I, as a member of the dental profession, shall keep this pledge and these stipulations. I understand and accept that my primary responsibility is to my patients, and I shall dedicate myself to render to the best of my ability the highest standard of oral health care and to maintain a relationship of respect and confidence. Therefore, let all come to me safe in the knowledge that their total health and well-being are my first considerations. I shall accept the responsibility that as a professional, my competence rests on continuing the attainment of knowledge and skill in the arts and sciences of dentistry. I acknowledge my obligation to support and sustain the honor and integrity of the profession and to conduct myself in all endeavors such that I shall merit the respect of patients, colleagues, and my community. I further commit myself to the betterment of my community for the benefit of all society. I shall faithfully observe the principles of ethics and code of professional conduct set forth by the profession. All this I pledge with pride in my commitment to to the profession and the public it serves. Class of 2026, the white coats look great on you. Wear them with pride and continue to wear them and enjoy them. Not everybody gets that opportunity. You're part of a wonderful institution. This school is made up of just an incredible faculty and staff, a wonderful dean. You've got a dental family that embraces you, a family at home that embraces you, and you've got an alumni association that tries to do a lot for you. My hope is in the future, 2.5 years from now, when you, God willing, transition from a dental student to a dentist, that you'll remember this day, and it's nice to give back. Become an active member of your alumni association. In the words of Winston Churchill, we make a life, I forgot. I got it here though, sorry about that. It's easy and I just forgot. We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give back. Congratulations to all of you, and enjoy the day, and hopefully somebody will feed you a nice lunch. Take care.
You may be seated. All right. It has been a fabulous day. This is always one of my favorite things. I think most of us in the room, especially from the school, we always value white coat, what it represents. And so students, I hope that, I guess going forward, you've heard the words from Dr. Macias. You quoted the pledge. I'm hoping this is not something that's just in your mind today, but it's in your mind tomorrow. It's in your mind next week when you get back to school. It's in your mind every day going forward. Think about what it is that you are working towards. What do you want to become? The white coat is a big part of it, but every one of you will go about a different pathway to get to that eventual place in your profession. What do you want to be? What do you want to become? How will you represent the profession? How will you represent our school? That's something that you will answer for yourself. We have great faith in you. We're excited for the future for you. So we're looking forward to see what that represents. All right, I need to bring up, about to blow it here. I need to bring up Dr. Ralph Cooley for some final words. So it wouldn't be a ceremony if Dr. Cooley didn't come up and have some words. So Dr. Cooley.
No, I don't think you're about to blow it. I almost have my prayers answered, Dr. Spears. Thank you. I first want to say thank you to Dr. Macias for that great message. Those of us who've known Dr. Macias through the years know that not only did he talk the talk this morning, knowing him in his personal and his professional life, he walks the walk. And knowing him, those words are even more meaningful hearing those today. And so thank you, Roger. Really appreciate you making the trip from west to east to be with us today. Yeah, thank you. You know, I think it was Shakespeare who said, it's nice to be among friends, even if they're somebody else's. That's not what we have today. You know, this is the second time, as was mentioned earlier, that we've had the white coat ceremony at this juncture of the professional journey, at the spring of the second year. And I think it's important to do that because now these friendships have been established in this class of 2026. During orientation, it was kind of like, hey, your coat kind of fits the way mine does, but I don't really know you that well. Now we have friendships, and we have relationships that extend for a lifetime. And so I think that's important. And the other thing that really thankful for about today is this venue. It's the second time, or the first time really, as Dr. Spears mentioned, and Dr. Valenza may have mentioned it too, that we've had it where families, friends, people that support our students, everybody, just about everybody can be here in person. And we think that's important, so we're thankful for that. I'd like to give some final thank yous too. First, for our leadership at our school. This doesn't happen if we don't have a dean that supports this. So thank you, Dr. Valenza, for supporting this. Yeah. I'm also thankful too, if anybody has an event where you need a lot of names to pronounce correctly, you may want to check and get Dr. Spears' business card before you leave, because he does an outstanding job. So thank you, Dr. Spears, for that. Yeah. As Dr. Spears mentioned earlier too, I have to say, again, special thanks to Ms. Grace Avila and the great team at Student Academic Affairs. I mean, the planning for this starts many, many, many months in advance, and a lot of things have to happen to make this. So thank you for them. And as Dr. Spears mentioned, thank the team members if you get a chance on your way out today. Some other people I'd like to thank that have already been thanked, but I don't want to, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that, and that's the UTSD Alumni Association, and thank you, Dr. Hunsaker, for being here, and also their executive director, Dr. kind of unofficial doctor, Tricia Fullerton. Thank you for the support. They make the white coats possible with their donations because they buy the white coats. So thank you, where our students do not. And then our PACE Center, too, the great support there with Teresa Beiser and her team. So the class of 2026, wow, what a big day, fun day. This is truly a milestone. This is a day you remember not only today, tomorrow, in May, but this is a day you remember the rest of your professional life and really the rest of your life. So I would encourage you, you don't need encouragement from me, but celebrate it. And again, family, friends, and mentors who are here, thank you for supporting our class. They wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your support. So thank you all for being here. Celebrate it, make it a great weekend. Not so much, though, that we don't see you on Monday morning, because we'll see you bright and early on Monday morning. But again, thank you. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody, for making this possible. Yeah, thank you. There he is. We're not done. Just a minute. I have to turn this over to our great master of ceremonies, Dr. Robert Spears.
All right, so essentially this will conclude our ceremonies. I'm going to ask everyone in the audience to please remain seated. Class of 26, if you will stand. I'm going to ask you to turn and face the crowd. One big last round of applause for our class of 2026. So please remain seated while the students process out of this hall. They're actually going down to the front steps of this auditorium to get their class photo taken real quick, but they'll be back very quickly. Don't everybody try and pile out and run downstairs. They're coming back. You can hang around, take whatever photos that you want to do, but we're going to process out. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being the support that you are for the students. Dr. Cooley, how about leading them out?